G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and I'm out here, it's a hot day in sunny southeast Queensland, just at my seedling raising area, or one of them, and I just wanted to show you a quick DIY tip on making a seedling tray out of a standard pot. Now why would you want to do that? Well, who hasn't got a heap of these old pots lying around for larger plants that you've bought and you've planted out? You know, they tend to stack up in my shed, and then they get so many that you end up chucking them to the tip. But most people do raise their own seedlings because that's a really good way to get new plants a lot cheaper. So instead of chucking these pots away, I turn them into little seed raising trays. Now these 6 or 8 inch size pots are perfect size for these, but you could use any size pot you wanted. If you're going to chuck them away, well, you might as well turn them into a seedling tray. And why is that? It's because these are an ideal size for a single dripper. These are the most familiar type punnet because the commercial people, you know, they use an overhead watering system or a spraying system and a mister, and these punnets are fine. You get individual plants in each. I like to use a drip system because I just find it's a lot more effective, and I've got ones hooked up to a solar unit. So a dripper, if you can imagine, doesn't go very well in the middle of this because it won't water them all. But a dripper, like this for example, can sit right in the center of this seed raising pot and by capillary action water everything in it. And I really like this system, so if you do too, you could use that. And the way to make one of these is pretty obvious, but I'll show you. You get your pot, you have a template. You could use the base of this and put it in like that, but just remember that it might not seat all the way down, so you might have to mark it a centimetre or so above. Or you can have this template marked out, sit it on there, and then mark it around at certain spots. I'm just going to do this roughly. Mind you, I'm not very precise anyway because it's only a seed raising pot and it's only a little DIY thing. But if you want to be more precise, you know, of course, go for it and get it laser leveled or whatever. And then once you have it marked out, just cut down to that line, then another one to make a wedge like that. Peel that back, cut that piece out, and then you just cut around your markings. Now this depth here is around 6 centimetres or 7 centimetres or 3 inches. That's about the right depth for a seedling when you're raising it for the garden, like vegetables and flowers and that type of thing, to just then get them to mature enough stage to plant them out. If you're using a larger sized pot for a base, you would use a few drippers, then just tidy it up. Okay, there you go. That's a little bit rough, but you get the gist of what I mean. It's quite difficult to find small trays like this, where a dripper can just go into the middle of it. And if you can find them in the shops, then You know, why buy them when you can just make them for nothing with pots that you're going to chuck out anyway, or that you just have readily available that you could put to good use. Well, I hope you enjoyed that quick and easy tip on how to use a standard garden pot you might already be chucking away for a seedling raising tray. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget the blog selfsufficientme.com. Bye for now.